A woman plays a very important role in the overall outcome of the life of a man she ends up in marriage with. She holds quite a number of the major cards and wields a strong degree of influence over him and everything he is about. By this, her presence can determine to a large extent his way of life, his vision and dreams, his drive and actions, even down to his possibilities and opportunities. This is so as marriage is more than just physical presence of the other person. It is mental and psychological presence, emotional presence, spiritual presence, economic presence, relational presence, and sexual presence. So who are the kind of women a man should stay clear from when making a choice for a romantic relationship or considering marriage? I would start by mentioning first that women, like men, come in shapes and sizes, intelligence and smartness, temperament and character, beliefs and ideologies, perceptions and understandings. Therefore, what may be inadequate for one man may be more than enough for another man. And a woman who to one man may be less appropriate may be too much for another man. It all depends on the capacity of each man, their likes and dislikes, what they consider enough or overbearing, and to what extent each man considers a woman to be good enough or bad. For example, one man may not see anything wrong with a woman with a tattoo, and another man may see it as too extreme, indecent, and virtue deficient. Thus, the extent to which a woman can be considered bad or good actually depends on the perception and belief value of the man who is to choose. Nevertheless, there are basic underlying characteristics and factors that can be used as an equal measuring standard of good and bad, not just for women, but for all humans. But for the sake of this forum, we will restrict ourselves to women. As humans, we know what is good and what is bad. Therefore, we are able to attribute these characteristics to women based on their actions and behaviors. As it is said, by their fruits you shall know them. The fruits one bears, which represent their actions, words, how they are perceived, and general outlook, will determine whether they are considered good or bad. As a normal, rational, and critical thinking human being, every man will seek and choose good women over bad ones. This being said, let's go to the question. What are the kinds of women a man should never consider for a long-term romantic relationship or marriage? 1. The damaged woman. There are quite a number of women going about with lots of brokenness and damage. These are the ones with usually a background or history of abuse. These abuses can be physical, emotional, spiritual, or sexual, depending on the kind of damage she exhibits. For instance, this kind of woman cannot fathom being in a relationship where she is respected and honored. The one who is physically and emotionally abused will find it difficult being with a man that does not get physical with her or demean her with his words. If he does not do these, she does not consider herself in a worthy relationship. And the relationship might be too cold for her, uninteresting and without vibe, and the guy seen and treated as a simp. This is why girls like these are always found around thugs and criminals. They enjoy the rough life. It is a twisted sense of being because every normal human being will prefer the opposite and relish it. This is why they are termed damaged. Therefore, unless a man is willing and able to handle drama and be a good actor in it, he should never consider a relationship with this kind of woman, unless she has gone through healing and is truly healed. 2. The promiscuous woman. This certainly is the kind of woman every sane man should run from. A woman who is promiscuous has no love in her for any man. She is moved by her desires, her longings, her addictions, and her wants, and she will mostly do anything to get it fulfilled, notwithstanding whether she is in a relationship or marriage, especially when she feels her man is unable to satisfy her sexual appetite. No man would like to come to the realization of finding out that his woman cheats on him for whatever reason. Marrying a woman who is promiscuous will certainly bring him to this end someday. To be on the safe side, to save oneself from heartbreak and heartache, it is better to keep off such women. 3. The materialistic and money freak. Women naturally love material things. It is their nature to want pleasant stuff and for their men to be able to provide these things. However, there are some that their desire, longings, and appetites for material things are off the charts. They are overly materialistic and will never settle no matter how much they get or are given. They are never satisfied, always pushing for more and wanting more. They don't mind coursing their men to steal or do immoral things, as long as he gets her what she wants. Otherwise, there will be no peace for him, or he is threatened with divorce or breakup. This is another woman you want to watch out for. 4. The user and deceptive woman. Women can be very sublime and subtle in their dealings. Women are very good at pretending and hiding stuff. You will most times only know a thing about a woman because she allows you to. Otherwise, you will never find out. This ability makes them more than able to manipulate and deceive. A man must be cautious when dealing with a possible user and manipulator. This type of woman only feigns her love and affection for you. She only pretends to love or care because of what she can get or what she benefits. She uses you to achieve her aims and gets what she wants, and then she's done. To know this kind of woman, ensure no reward or promise of benefit is attached to your relationship. Look out for her requests and constantly ask for things, then you would know. When this type of woman has been discovered, it is best to stay clear from her because you are only as good or needed as what she's benefiting from you. 5. The chatter and complaints box. Talking comes naturally to women, but there is the level of talking that is unhealthy. This is the type that is quarrelsome, nagging, and always complaining about one thing or the other. This woman never sees anything good or positive in what the man does. This type of woman is not a good catch. She can literally destroy your world with her mouth through negative talks that do nothing but pull you down. She constantly hurts your feelings, kill your confidence, and bring down your self-esteem. This is not the type of woman you want to have as a life partner. You will never rise or do well in life. She will fill you with resentment, regret, anger, and pain. This is a no for any sane man. Stay clear. 6. The feminist. The feminist is a woman who does not or will refuse to acknowledge you, the man, as the head of the relationship or one who should take the lead while she follows. She believes that you are both equal and everything that is done in the relationship must be done equally. She assigns some of her duties in the home to you and takes up some of your authority. She would rather compete with you than compliment you. The respect and honor you get have nothing to do with your status as a man, but everything to do with the respect and honor you accord her first. She sees herself as equal to you in every aspect. Thus, her opinion is never to be second-guessed. Her words and actions carries as much weight as yours. Whatever you do, she is willing and ready to pay back in the same coin with no recourse to possible consequences. This type of woman you might want to be careful. If not, she will totally usurp authority from you and makes you her sim. Taking into consideration that no woman can be perfect, thus one cannot expect to find a flawless woman without any deficiencies in character, or actions and mentality. However, one can settle for that which he is able to tolerate, condone, or manage, but must always be on the lookout for extreme toxic characters and personalities such as those listed above. Select the top 2 red flags for you and ignore the ones you can still manage.